Good evening, everyone. I'm Drew, aka Distiliacs, and this is the first Podcast Plays episode, which is a new thing that I'm going to be trying where I will record the audio file of, whatever I want to talk about, put gameplay footage, like Let's Plays, on in the background. And so, I just thought it'd be interesting to try because I like it. I listen to Sleepycast, and so I wanted to try it. Alright, so these Podcast Plays episodes, some of them I'll talk about science and stuff. It's really just whatever I feel like talking about during the episode. But it'll most likely be either about science or about myself, or, hopefully I'll have some guests on and maybe I can even add other members to talk with on a regular basis later on. And so, with that said, what I had in mind to talk about this episode was about a sociology experiment done by, I don't know his first name, but his last name is Milgram. I learned it today in sociology we watched a video. I watched a video and learned about it. Basically what happened is there were two people that were taken in, like two random strangers that I don't know where they got them from. I guess they had like a job application or something. And just, they got two random strangers and they drew from a hat where one person would be the learner and then the other person would be the teacher. And it was cool because what they did, let me give you some backstory. Milgram, the person who did the first experiment, today I watched the replication of the experiment, but Milgram himself, who did the first experiment, did it because his parents were victims of the Holocaust and he wanted to see how people reacted under authority if that authority told them to kill, or didn't tell them to kill, but they just want to see how people reacted to authority, basically. So back on what I was saying, there were learners and teachers, and the learners, once they picked out the hats and all that, they set up the learner's outfit. Like they put electrodes on them to shock them if they got a wrong answer and stuff. And then they walked out of the teacher and the experiment host, people doing the experiment walked out of the room, and then the learner was set free because the experiment is actually about the teacher and if the teacher will administer a lethal dose of what would be a lethal dose, electricity, if they were told to by an authority. And at first I didn't think it was fair because whenever they did it, they didn't say that the highest setting to go up to was a lethal dose would be a lethal dose, and it was all fake. It wasn't actually lethal. Nothing was actually lethal, or no one even got shot. But anyways, they didn't tell the teachers themselves whether or not it'd be a lethal dose. And I was like, well, that's not fair. I mean, more people would have said no if they did say that. But then it just blew my mind because all of a sudden I made a connection where it was based off of Nazis and stuff, and when it comes to propaganda and all that, they're not going to tell you what is lethal and what isn't, and they're going to say they're going to try and manipulate you to do what they want you to do. And so it's just like, I don't know, they went up to over 50% of the teachers went up to the lethal dose. And it blew my mind and made me realize how valuable knowledge is and knowing information is. It made me glad that I was going to college and learning things. I guess the point I'm trying to say is, if you don't know your surroundings, and you're not, you don't even have to go to college. As long as you know your surroundings, you'll be well off. If you don't know your surroundings and you're not informed of it, it is going to be that much easier for people to take advantage of you, use you to further their own goals, whether it be good or bad. And in this case, it happened to be bad. And so yeah, I thought that was really interesting. and I wanted to talk about it, and that's how I came up with the idea for podcast plays. So I just thought it was so interesting that I came back and recorded it the same night that I watched that video. I kind of expected that to last longer, so let's talk about something else. Okay, well, I said that I'd talk about science and stuff, so let's talk about carbon nanotubes, because I'm a physics major, and I thought whenever I saw carbon nanotubes and learned about them in my physics class in high school, I thought it was the best invention in the world, and I was like, man, I can't wait for those to come out, because they're so useful. They have an incredible tensile strength, and so you can use them in like bulletproof vests, fishing wire if you want. I don't know how expensive that would be, but they're relatively cheap to make, and if they were mass produced, or I think they're relatively cheap to make, but if they were mass produced, it would be pretty good. You can make batteries that charge, I think it was a long time ago that I read about them, but I think it said you can charge batteries like 3 times as fast, or if you used it as a battery, it would charge 3 times as fast, and it would last 3 times as long, something like that. Just really incredible stuff. And then you can also use them, since they've got an incredible tensile strength. Okay, let me back up. They got an incredible tensile strength, which is how much force it takes to break through them. And they're incredibly small to start off with. I think it's only a few atoms thick if you don't wind them together. And so what would be incredible is to put millions and millions, probably even billions of these tiny carbon nanotubes sticking straight out on like a glove. I'm making hand gestures, but you can't see that on podcast plays. So you get a bunch of tiny little strings sticking straight out of a glove, and you cut them really short, and since they're incredibly small and they have a high tensile strength, they will stick onto anything, not anything, but basically what I'm getting at here is you can use them to make a Spider-Man suit, and then you could climb walls with that, and I thought that was really cool because carbon nanotubes, all it is just, well, what it sounds like. All it is carbon atoms pushed together in a specific pattern, and it creates the strings, and you can use those to walk up walls, climb up walls really, and then all that's left up to you is how strong your arms and legs are to climb up walls, that is. Speaking of climbing up walls, I saw a video on YouTube by it was a science fiction video. If you don't know that, I guess I'll put a link in the description to what I'm talking about. But anyways, there was another thing where the person who does the show was looking about how to create Spider-Man suit, like how to climb on walls with Spider-Man suit. And he looks at spiders and stuff, and basically what it is it's what I talked about earlier. A bunch of nanoscopic hair follicles on spiders' legs allow them to grip onto nearly any surface and climb up it. And he also mentioned that there was a team of scientists that created a material called gek skin, as in gecko skin. I imagine that's why it was called that. But basically they used the same kind of technique that geckos use to climb on walls, and they were able to cheaply and effectively make a layer of gek skin that would hold, I think it was like 175 something outrageous like that, 175 pounds, completely vertical, like 90-degree angle to the floor without falling down. And all it took to peel it off was pulling in the opposite direction, because it's like at an angle, so it only goes down. If that makes the only way it sticks is if you're pulling down on it, and then if you pull up, it makes it better. You can pull off really easily. So I thought that was really cool. They said the military has dibs on that technology right now, but they expect to see, because it's so easy to make and you can use some things some ingredients were household items that most people have today, they expect to see some commercial form of Gex skin available in the future. I just think that's really cool. Oh, I got another thing to talk about. One critique that I've always thought of whenever I'm because I'm in college and stuff, and so not usually, but sometimes I think, man, there's got to be a way to learn things because college can be stressful. But it's not always stressful, but it can be depending on what's going on. And so I don't really understand why there aren't apprenticeships. Like, I know there's vocational school and all that, so there kind of are apprenticeships, but I just you'd think they would be more popular because basically you're training for a specific job and you're guaranteed that job after you're done training. And I don't see why that seems like the most efficient way to learn things to me, and it doesn't make sense why there would be why you would go to college to learn everything else unless you just wanted to be a well-rounded person knowledge-wise. But a lot of successful people don't even go to college, which is really, it kind of says something even about places where they have free college. Well, actually, I can't say that because I don't know what the kind of success stories are of places that have free college. So, yeah, I guess that's the end of my podcast plays. This is just a pilot episode. I hope y'all like it. I sure have plans for it, even though I just came up with it probably 5 hours ago, if that. If you like this video or podcast, let me know and I'll keep making them. I'm probably going to keep making them regardless. In regards to my other actual Let's Plays, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing that because it's kind of hard to think of, not that it's hard, well, I'm sure it is. For me, it's difficult for me to think of, commentary on the fly. I'm not necessarily that good about thinking on my feet. Well, not thinking about on my feet, but speaking eloquently and all that. So I might do some Let's Plays if people request more. I'll probably do live streams later at some point if I get a big enough fan base or something. For now, I'm just gonna keep doing origami videos and these podcast plays because I like it. It's just like a heart to audience kind of forum, and then it just lets y'all get to know me, and I like that. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and close out of this podcast. And I'm recording these audio files separately from playing the video games, so I don't even know what video game this is going to be that you're watching. So I'll sign out. Most likely the video game will have ended by now, and see you later. Looks like the podcast would have ended by now. I timed it as 13 minutes, 13 and a half or something like that. Well, I'll finish the training and then that'll be the end of this episode. Yay! They talk about the goat like it's really hard, but it's common sense. Oh, bye, Dad. What does the clipboard do? Nothing. Alright. There. Keep pressing escape. lockers are empty. Oh yeah, these dudes. Don't mess with the tunnel snakes. Hey Kevin. Hey Robert. If you're watching this, Robert. Hi. Butch. Wait, they didn't... Oh, last time they attacked me. Cool, I guess I did better. Whatever that did. Who's Susie? Oh, this is where I'm supposed to go. Sit at the front of the class, because that's what I do in all my other classes, because I'm a nerd. This... I'll sit near Mata. He's so condescending. I don't even have paper. What happened to my hat? Oh, photonic resonance chamber. My response is that would cause a pair. I don't even know what that means, and I'm a major in physics. Yeah, appears to, buddy. That's very violent. I guess. Make yourself sound smart and intimidate others. Kill him. Isn't that what you amputate? Amputation is usually the thing to do for infections. Jeez, who would do that? Can't skip this either. You discover a young boy lost and he stole something. Big boy hug, confiscate and kill him. I mean, not kill him, leave him as punishment. Could be the same thing. Pick up the boy's pocket. No. Lead the boy to safety, then turn him into the overseer. Well, he's just stealing for food. Oh wait, he's hungry and frightened. And it doesn't say what the possession is. That one. Pitcher, catcher, designated hitter, none. You wish to vault have a soccer team. Actually, I'm not interested in sports that much. But I think I'd be pretty good at pitching. Or maybe, I don't know, pitching sounds fun. The elder offer the most prized possession for the Ask Granny for a minigun instead. Throw your tea in Granny's face. That sounds fine. We're looking at others. Paper. How would you lock yourself inside your own quarters? The lock is on the inside. Does he just have like Alzheimer's or something? Bobby pin. Oh no! Why does that arm have no bones at all? And how is it even able to point at you? Removal of mutated tissue. Grow. That's apparently my favorite comic book. That is very... like, he targeted me specifically. My character, anyways. For one of my own possessions. Steal it. If I was playing Oblivion or Skyrim, I'd probably do that, so maybe I'd do the same here because it's still Bethesda. I don't even know what knockout drops are. I guess it's like chloroform. It'll either be A or C. I guess I'd try to do that first and then steal it. In a game that is, I wouldn't steal it. In real life. Decided if you... oh, you decide it would be fun to play a prank and put a firecracker in his thing. Haha. Oh, that's actually a thing. Loosen the bolts on some pipes. Breaking the lock medicine cabinet. That would like kill him, and then that, I guess that would splash water at the very least. That would flood the restroom. That, I guess that one is the least, because I wouldn't really do pranks. Today, look out! Oh, I don't know which one. I haven't chose D yet, I don't think. Big Book of Science. Page 727 or something like that. You said there were no wrong answers. You cannot fail. Look, meth. Oh, oops. I hope that didn't count as me stealing. What did that? Yep, what have I... wait, what? I skipped it. There. Sounds like it. Okay, lockpick sounds good. Let's go with sneak and repair. And done. Exit. I guess that's it. This has got a long training session. Oh, what's wrong? What do you mean my dad's gone? Dad couldn't have left the vault. What? Jonas is dead? What is going on? I'm gonna cry. Even if that's all true, how'd you get here first? Lights out, right, Roaches? Maybe. What? Maybe I should listen to that last part. No, I had no idea. I was planning to leave. Escape the vault? How? Sounds like a plan. Let's get out of here. Thanks for the pistol. I might use it to kill someone. I might have lied. A BB gun. A baseball bat. Oh, because I'm a pitcher. I had the baseball stuff. Just take it all. I don't know what I need. Is that? No, it's just shells. Oh. Great. I'm not sneaky at all. Wrong way. No, it's the bathroom. Oh! Where did you even come from? Sorry about your problems. Well, they are trying to kill me, but I guess I can help you. Alright, I'm happy for you to not. Okay. I guess I'll need a gun for that. Is she blind? Oh, E to accept. Dead. Yay. Never mind the past 16 years. Oh, that's nice. Apparel, apparel, pre-war baseball cap. Oh yeah, I got a snake. Cool girl. I've already got some jumpsuits. I can't take anything with that. That was close. Good thing that guy left. Is it just... Maybe it's my jacket, but I hear rad roaches. Oh. Speak of the devil. No. I pressed Q instead of tab. So I auto-walked. There we go. Oh, that worked. There we go. Kill him. There we go. That was easy. Too bad that cake's not here. Look, a toaster. Can I play music? No. There's less stuff. It's still bingo night. And there's still tarot cards. Thank you, Overseer, for trying to kill me. You know I like it. I think I'm gonna go upstairs. Oh, I gotta go to the overseer's office. This is kind of turning into a let's play rather than a podcast plays. Maybe I can record a second. I don't want Andy to kill me. Maybe I can record a second podcast. Cool. Oh, Andy's not trying to kill me. Bobblehead. Oh, cool. I haven't found a bobblehead before. I wish I knew that in my... Because I did do the training in the other... It still works? Okay. I did do the training in another play, but all I did was the training and then I exited and I never got to playing it again. If I remember right, I think that guy was nice to me, but I don't want to deal with it. Oh yeah, these people die. Bye! That was quick. There were radroaches here last time. Oh, speak of them. No, not the head. No. There. You didn't... How could you not kill him? No! They're dead. 32 minutes, I doubled the time. I can definitely record another podcast place. So this might not even have sound. Look. How many people died of radroaches? I mean, they don't... There. They don't seem harmful at all. Reading glasses. Jumpsuit. Another radroach. Sensor module, wonder glue. Oh. No. I don't want to kill anyone. Bye. Sorry, but you left me no choice. Police baton, security. Caution. I guess this was the wrong choice. Amara, wait. Amara! I thought you were leading me somewhere. Why are you doing this? You're gonna make me kill someone. Make me be forced to. I mean, probably sound like a maniac. Okay, some terminals are protected. I missed this last time, so I gotta read it real quick. And can't hide, or can be accessed without your password. If your science skill is high enough, you can attempt to hack the terminal. Selecting the correct password will grant you access. If your guess is incorrect, it will show only by how many letters match the correct password and in the current location. You have 4 tries to guess correctly. If you fail, the terminal will remain inaccessible until you own the password. You can exit hacking at any time and try again. Okay. This is so long. Okay, here we go. What sounds like the overseer? Alarm, enact, story, Italy, stand, shade, storm. Well, that was easy. Oh, open overseer's time. Open quicker. Bye. Did I? Oh, this is the door. Oh no. Oh, it's a motto. I couldn't have done it without your help, except you led me into something. And you sat down at the kitchen table. What was that? I'm not taking you with me. Open. Open. What is this? Help us. Let us in. We're dying. Bye. I think I'm good with everything. Well, looks like that's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed Podcast Plays. I don't know if you are going to be hearing this, but if you do, have a good day. Or night, whatever.